Welcome to the video guys. If you like this kind of content, please become an international drug dealer, and on every kilo you sell, write on it subscribe to Moist Turnip Gaming or I shall send my sicarios, as this should really boost the channel. So, Far Cry 6 is a game I'm really looking forward to. It was supposed to be released back in February 2021, but just like every other game I wanted to be released, we are now disappointed. Apart from basic facts like settings and it will star a famous actor from a TV show I couldn't care less about, there isn't really much to go on. So as I go back and play my favourite Far Cry, which is in the footage in the background, Far Cry 3 for anyone who doesn't know, pick it up, it's a great game. It got my brain working overtime, thinking about the potential of the next installment of an incredibly moist series. I started playing Far Cry 2 back in 2008, and I fell in love with it much to the displeasure of my imaginary girlfriend at the time, who went by the name of my right hand. Since then, I've been looking forward to every Far Cry. Well, apart from that latest one where the world was pink and two twins were as intimidating as a newborn hamster, but basically every other game was great. So, with the lack of info out there, I wanted to talk about the things that we can expect to see in Far Cry 6, and more importantly, what we want. Now personally, I'm not even bothered about the story at this point, as it's the gameplay and replayability that is the most important for me. Far Cry 3 was an amazing game at the time, and just like my next door neighbour's mum, it really looks great for its age. Now, one thing that we want to see is an urban environment, and that's exactly what Far Cry 6 is promising to deliver. By that I mean a town or city. This is great news, but it's also a little worrying at the same time. My ideal image of Far Cry is out in the sticks, and I just can't imagine walking around the city in a Far Cry game. It comes about as natural as an aeroplane in an Assassin's Creed game. However, what has been confirmed already is the fact that the map is much bigger than any game to date, and that the environment is very diverse. This is excellent news, as I really wanted to go back to a jungle setting, and this is as close as we're going to get for a long time. Like I said before, I'm not really bothered about the story, but I really would like to switch it up a bit. For example, when Far Cry 3 came out, I wanted to play as Vass. I mean, let's be honest, who hasn't dreamt of being a massive drug dealer on a tropical island? Imagine selling tons of cocaine, weed, meth and so on, burning down villages, oppressing the locals, and basically building your own little humble empire. I mean, call me crazy, but that gets me hard just thinking about it. Now as for multiplayer, I really hope they don't have that cringy team deathmatch thing going on, or whatever the hell it was they were trying to do with number 5. I just want co-op, preferably with more than just a friend. 4-player co-op would be ideal, very moist, and make sure to be able to do every single story mission, side quests, activities and collectibles etc. that will carry over to your own game. Also, don't limit how far you can distance one another when you're playing on the same map, as that is so much more annoying than someone eating chips while you're trying to masturbate, while you're trying to watch a movie. I mean seriously, it's 2021 and not 2011. A lot of games try to change what's good about a game and don't even up the technology. Call of Duty is a great example. For years they used the same engine and servers from a successful release, only to make it more progressively shit. I say, add to what makes a Far Cry game great, don't try to change it. Let's be honest, in 2021, we might actually be playing as a ladyboy who has a learning disability and an unusual thirst for soy milk. I really hope they keep the game the same as what most gamers think of Xbox players. Simple. I have to keep this one a little bit short, as just like my biological father, there isn't really a lot of information to work with. And in my experience, crying whilst looking out the window doesn't really achieve much other than unwanted condensation. Let me know your thoughts in Far Cry 6 and how you manage to stay moist in a dehydrated environment. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and remember, keep it